Alright, hi everyone, and a special hello to the patrons especially, because this video is my content report for September. Usually what I do is I put posts on the Patreon page, basically providing like a list with links of everything that was made during that month, just so people can see what they helped to fund. But now that I've been doing these kind of like daily vlog type videos, I thought this would be an appropriate place to talk about that. So this will be chill, let's all take a moment to reflect on what we've done throughout the month. For me, this month has been, I think, the busiest one of the year so far, which is kind of crazy to think about. So starting off with the main channel, where did we start? We started with Blender 3.0 release date, this one here, 3 weeks ago. So usually I do about 4 videos in a month, and right now we've done, what, 6? Damn, that's more than I expected. But that's just for this channel. So obviously this is like a pivotal point because the new kind of comedic style of videos started right here as well. So we kind of hit it off on a high note, and then I think we hit the 100k mark about here, just after the asset browser one, maybe, or before that, I think. So yeah, it's been a pretty significant month in that regard, and honestly, it's been the hardest one to make, or it's been the hardest one in terms of editing content, because oh my god, each of these videos has been a nightmare to edit. But I was trying a new format to see if it would work, and I've learned some things going along the way. I guess the main question is it worth putting all the effort into like all these comedic edits? It's a yes and no. Yes for if it's a hot topic, no for everything else, because realistically speaking, well, from my experience, these subjects would have gotten the same amount of, views and traction regardless of whether they had any comedy in them whatsoever. These ones, however, I feel like they were really accentuated in value by having the comedy. So I've got to take a look at all of this and think, okay, well, realistically, should I burn myself out on comedy this much, or is there an easier way to get it across without forcing so much manual editing? So that's something I need to think about. Oh, also we did a live stream, so that was pretty cool. It's hidden on here, but I think you can get to it through the playlists, live streams. Let me pause that, and it's down here, chill stream. So this was quite a fun one to do. I've got the chat going down there. Yeah, I just tried a new way of doing the live streams by having the agenda right up there, because one of the things that prevented me from doing them, this could look really confusing with 2 curses on the screen. One of the things that kind of prevented me from doing them in the past was getting really anxious about the planning of it. Like when you're doing it by yourself, it's so anxiety inducing, I guess, because like you're speaking to silence. And that's the worst part about it, because I mean, especially when you're looking at like the concurrent viewer numbers as well, because you're worried about having to fill the silence, and if you don't, then people will leave and all stuff like that. So it's a bit nerve-wracking. But thankfully, I just thought, here's a few simple things that I can just talk about as we go along, and then just show that. So it was quite fun, and I think I'll probably make myself, in quotes, do another one soon, very soon, hopefully. So that's been the main channel, but let's take a look at BlenderNest now. So on my records, we have the last 3 videos, 1, 2, 3, that came out in September. Was this one in September? Yeah, the 2nd. Okay. So Rocket's Courses in University, where James Trayley come along with that one as well, and Chris Bailey. This is the one where James was in a tornado afterwards. That was a cool one. I remember amid piracy, professionalism, and polished turds. Yeah, I like that one as well. These are all good ones, actually. Comedy portfolio advice and editing tips. I love these. I love taking part in these. They're good fun with the other guys. So we've got 3 out for this month. And then, what do we have? Curt's World. So I rebranded the second channel, which was Hulkcast, into Curt's World, because I just wanted somewhere to make stuff for fun, like video-wise. Just I guess part of it as well is, like if you have a bad memory about a place or a game or like a film or something, and it just puts you off. With the extreme editing on the main channel, I don't want to have a bad feeling about editing, because it's like it plants the seed and it's a slippery slope to just really not enjoying the process. And that's just one of the reasons. I also just have a lot of free time, like in between the videos, where like I want to talk about things, but I don't know where to put it. And then as a side note to that, I thought, well, maybe I can be more productive if I'm talking about things as I'm doing them as well. So like combining all those ideas and some others that I've forgotten, I was like, okay, well, it's time to change the second channel, and it's time just to record stuff. So this has been fun. It's felt liberating, as weird as it sounds. Like obviously comparatively to like the other channel, there's like hardly anyone watching. That doesn't matter to me at all, because what we have here on a small channel, it sounds weird, it's like there's no pressure. And it's something you massively miss from like the main stuff, where you've got so many people watching and providing all their harsh opinions about stuff. Like every choice you make is criticized in some way. People didn't like the comedy, had to deal with that. Quite a few people. People didn't like the unicorn outfit, had to deal with that. People didn't like the layout of the studio or some of the edits, have to deal with that. People hated that I've put beautiful in the title, because it's kind of self-indulging, but it's supposed to be part of the comedy, but whatever. Everything you do is criticized. And it doesn't feel that way on a small channel, which is great, because like it's just part, you can enjoy the fun process. So the new videos this month are the start of this new vlogging method. So we have the not so secret vlog, behind the scenes of making a video for Blender, releasing a video and failing at Tetris, and a new artwork preview and ranting at code. What this channel has also done is provided me with a confidence boost, because it's made me realize that editing can actually be an easy task, an easy and enjoyable task. So that's kind of what I was talking about, how you don't want to have a bad memory associated with something. This is like the anti-force to the main channel pressures now. It's like, hey, you might have stressed yourself out with the main channel now, but here's the second channel where you're now enjoying it. So, it's not that bad in the end, because I don't want to get burnt out. And it might sound counterproductive, but making extra content is my solution to not being burnt out. I'm still experimenting with it, so we'll see. There were some significant changes on the website. We have the new wiki. This replaces the curtisholt.wiki domain, which was hosted on Notion. So there's basically product and project documentation on here, kind of organized by icons, so I should add more stuff to that over time. Information about the projects, thought process behind them and stuff. And I added a news reports page, so if anyone wants to keep me updated on things, or if they think I should make a video about something, then they can put that in here. And then there's been some EasyBPY updates for shape keys and curve functions, so it was nice to get another one of these put out. But I keep thinking, man, I'm really delaying the time for doing the ByGen update, because I was holding back for geometry nodes, but that's going to take ages. It just seems like it's become such a vague excuse at this point. So, and I have ideas for things to put into the new version that aren't geometry nodes related, but I just need to sit down and allocate some time for it. So I think that covers all the major stuff. Of course, there's like all sorts of other smaller things that go on as well, but that's the main stuff that's being funded essentially this month by everyone from the Patreon, and everyone buying the products and leaving donations and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been interesting. I've got some lessons I need to take away from this, and yeah, just meditate on it and see what we can do next month. Oh, and of course, the other things that go along with this, like the new piece of artwork, that's something else that was made this month, and of course the studio design. So like the things that the videos are about, I forgot to mention those. Anyway, yeah, thanks for popping along to this little recap for September. I hope you're doing well. Let me know. This channel is a lot more personal to me, I think. It feels more personal. It's like a closer level towards members of the audience that have been around for a while. So genuinely, let me know how you're doing if you see this and if you're interested in talking. So thanks, keep yourself safe, and I'll see you soon.